Back in the day, before the days of Ines dominating the vanguard class, there was one humble agent vanguard by the name of Cantabile. She was unfortunately overshadowed by Gaviel the Invincible, but over the years, Cantabile has received the recognition she deserved from players that don't have Ines like myself. She does make for a good alternative to Ines, minus the invisibility reveal and bind. Cantabile also got two great skins that highlight her best features. As the first agent vanguard in Arknights, what makes her a really good operator? Before we get to her traits and talent, I have something to share with you. Do you want to buy Arknights packs but need to save money as well? There is a way. Let me introduce you to Loot Bar. Loot Bar is a top-up service that also sells in-game packs at lower price. You can save up to 10%. And if you're a new user, you can get an additional 6% off. The same pack that cost me $5 in-game only cost me $3.80 in Loot Bar. You can use the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get the new user discount. After you pay, use the self-top-up method to log into your Arknights account and redeem it. It'll only take a few minutes for the new pack to arrive in the game. Loot Bar is also safe and secure with a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot and over 30,000 reviews. So, if you want to save money today, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get your Loot Bar discount. Thanks Loot Bar for sponsoring this video. Cantabile is a 5-star agent vanguard. She is the first operator of this class, released all the way back in 2023. Agent vanguards are known for its shorter redeployment time of 35 seconds, which is twice as fast than other vanguard archetypes. These vanguards also have short-range attacks that can hit aerial targets with really quick intervals. One interesting bit I discovered is that some 5-star vanguards have a longer redeployment than their 6-star counterparts. What's up with that? Agent vanguards generate DP on skill, so they would need to have a steady flow of enemies or strong enough targets to withstand their attacks to maximize their DP production. Speaking of DP, agents have some of the lowest DP costs, making them ideal for openers. The combination of short-range attacks, faster deployments, and cheap DP costs makes Agent Vanguard a very versatile archetype. Based on my observation, the talents of agents can be divided into categories. The first category are talents that enhances the operator DP production, and the second category are talents that provide additional utility. Cantabile's talent falls into the first category, as it boosts her attack speed when not blocking and gives her an attack buff when she is blocking. The higher attack speed allows Cantabile to generate DP much faster, while the attack buff quickly kills enemies blocked by her so that she can go back to using her attack speed buff. Through raw speed and power, Cantabile can print more DP in a short period of time than most Vanguard classes in the same rarity. Except for Flag Bearers, these guys are the masters of DP printing. Cantabile's first skill, Penetrating Gaze, is a passive skill lasting for 20 seconds. When Cantabile is deployed, the skill immediately activates. She gets an attack buff and generates 1 DP per attack. She gets 1 DP regardless if the attack is a confirmed hit or dodged by the enemy. A single proc of skill 1 can generate up to 18 DP at level 7 and 21 DP at M3 when taking advantage of her attack speed buff from her talent. This is assuming that her module is not equipped, and we will see the effects with her module equipped at a later part of this video. Of course, Cantabile can be influenced by external attack speed buffs to extract more DP from this skill. With skill 1 equipped, Cantabile will spend most of her downtime not on the battlefield and free up a deployment slot. This could be really useful in high difficulty contents like CC and IS, where the deployment slots can be limited. The only downside of this skill that is really pronounced is the fact that you have to keep redeploying Cantabile in order to use it again, and it can really get expensive. After deploying an operator 3 times, their DP cost doubles, and in this case, Cantabile would cost 20 DP at Elite 2 Pot 1. Assuming that Cantabile produced 23 DP in one single proc, the net DP gain after deploying her 3 times is about 13 DP, more or less. And this value can vary depending on how long you put her in the field and whether or not there's other attack speed bonus affecting her skill. Hey, this is Fizyong from the future. I just want to correct that Cantabile can only produce 21 DP maximum at M3 without any external attack speed buff. So that means the net DP gain with her skill 1 after deploying 3 times is actually 11 DP, not 13. Yeah, I just want to make that correction real quick. However, it shouldn't be that big of a problem if you bring an additional vanguard, and that is probably mostly the case anyway. Skill 1 overall has a great DPS and a pretty solid DP printing skill. If you found this video helpful so far, please consider hitting the like button so that it can spread to more doctors who need it. Thank you! Skill 2, Spectacular Reflection, gives Cantabile an attack buff, attack speed buff, and camouflage. This is an ammo-based skill which Cantabile has 18 of them and can be manually deactivated. However, this does mean that skill 2 can only produce at max 18 DP per proc. The SP cost is higher than other agents with similar skill. 28 SP at level 7 and 25 at M3, which is about 3 to 4 SP higher than Ines and Surfer. Skill 2 is preferable if you need Cantabile to hold her ground and act as a more traditional vanguard. You can use this skill as a heli drop as well. The camouflage provides Cantabile with protection from range attacks, allowing you to deploy her on risky spots. Combining her with Bagpipe, Cantabile's skill 2 becomes an instant activation at M3 or if you have Bagpipe at pot 5. Skill 2 has a lower DPH than skill 1 if you don't take into account the buffs from her talent, but it makes up for it with the higher DPS value than skill 1 thanks to the attack speed boost. For Mastery, I suggest prioritizing skill 2 because the mastery gains in this skill is really good. In addition to getting a higher attack and attack speed buff, each mastery gives 1 additional ammo and reduces the SP cost by 3. Skill 1 at Mastery 3 gets a longer duration, higher attack buff, and higher DPH. This skill maximizes her fast redeploy capability, making it a great alternative to Executor Specialists if you can't use them for one reason or another. That being said, both skills are great in their own right, so giving her the M6 treatment is the best option here. Agent Vanguards have 2 different modules. First, the AGE-X module lowers their taunt level, reducing their likelihood to be attacked. Second, the AGE-Y module lowers their redeployment time by 35%, but this reduction only applies to their first redeployment. Or in other words, the second time you deploy them into the battlefield. Cantabile has the latter module, and it reduces her redeployment time to 23 seconds, saving you 12 seconds. If you have her at pot 3, it brings her down further to 20 seconds. It benefits her skill 1 a lot because then you can use it a second time much sooner. The module further improves her talent by giving her more attack speed and attack buff, which results in more DP. She only generates 2 DP more with the module. It might not seem much, but the real value here is that you can reuse the skill for the second time much earlier. Cantabile shines in high difficulty content such as Integrated Strategies and Contingency Contract. She takes on the role of several Vanguard archetypes and a fast redeploy class compressed into one versatile package. Great if your squad size is limited or if the game decided that only 3 operators are allowed to be deployed. Her kit goes well with pretty much all sorts of buffs you can find in IS modes, especially if you can stack a lot of attack speed buffs. In summary, Cantabile is a great operator that will benefit your team a lot. She changes the Vanguard landscape from being a purely DP printing focused class to a class that also provides great utility. The shorter redeployment time makes it easier to deploy Cantabile multiple times for a quick DP injection. Of course, Cantabile works best with other Vanguards around her to cover her downtime. If you don't care much about her kit, then her beautiful skin collection should be a strong enough reason for you to start building her. Also, check out my video on Puzzle if you want to see how his kit compares to Cantabile. Anyways, let me know in the comments on what you think about her, and thank you for watching until the end. I will see you next time. Goodbye!